I'm not so sure where Nigeria stands
Mm-hmm.
in when it comes to the crypto space,
Okay.
regulatory space generally. I feel like the reason why the Nigerian government is a little bit hostile to crypto
Okay.
is because they don't understand it,
Okay.
and they don't have people, they don't have personnel that would carry them along when it comes to the regulation of crypto, how it works, the pros and cons, how they can implement regulations, and how they can like just make it safe for the whole populace. But I think I wrote an article in 2021, and one of the things I found out in 2021 was as at then, Nigeria as a country was the second largest users and holders of cryptocurrency in the world.
Wow.
I'm I'm almost 100% sure and optimistic that we still hold that second place record, just behind the United States. So that goes to show you how involved the populace of Nigeria is in the crypto space in general. And it's only a matter of time. Like there are obvious reasons why Nigerians are positive towards crypto because a lot of them have been able to make ends meet and augment for the harsh economic reality we are facing at the
Of
moment.
course.
But there's always two sides to the story
Mm-hmm.
of any story, and I would like to give an argument for the government side.
Government too.
Is the fact that they were trying to fight the crash of the naira. I think in a very wrong way because there were some inside information that somebody in the government was laundering money to crypto.
Oh.
So they had to react. They had to try to like block that person. But imagine trying to block one person and in the same vein you are blocking millions of people. That's going to get a very hostile reception because you are
Reception.
trying to take food from the mouth of millions
Yeah.
because you are trying to save the economy from one person that's trying
Of
to ruin
course.
the economy. Like I think they tackled that in the wrong way. Yes, they are bad actors. They are bad actors everywhere.
Everywhere.
Yes, they are bad actors. But at the same time, there were better ways of them regulating and fighting these bad actors than shutting everything down. Presently, you can't access Binance on the web. You can only access Binance on the app because
Hmm.
Binance has found it to block Nigeria because they don't actually want further legislative issue with the government. Because the CEO of Binance, I think in the sub-Saharan region, was arrested in Nigeria.
Mm-hmm.
That was the whole fiasco that happened. He was detained and all of that. I think he has been released provisionally, but the Nigerian government has always been on and off about crypto. You would remember during the Buhari regime, there was a
Mm-hmm.
time there was this quote
Crackdown they had then too.
on crackdown on Bitcoin. When the Tinubu administration came in, they eased that. They were like, "Oh, we are a little bit pro crypto. We
Mm.
want to understand it." So I feel the important thing is for people in power to understand this technology because there are countless ways this technology can actually help improve our economy.
Mm-hmm.
One of the major issues we are facing as a country is a lack of good database.
Mm.
And the blockchain solves that effortlessly. NFTs solve that effortlessly. I wouldn't be saying too much because I think the federal government should pay me for consultancy, but there are there are there are numerous ways that they can solve problems with the blockchain. There are numerous ways.
Mm-hmm.
There's a body in Nigeria, NITDA, that is trying to do that. They've
Of
been
course.
trying. I joined some of their programs. They are trying. They are putting in much effort,
Okay.
but they can do better. And if they
Mm.
can, in partnership with NITDA and some other technology boards in Nigeria, accelerate the understanding of crypto in Nigeria. There's a very new meta in the whole industry now. There's this tap tap where everybody's tapping their phone.
I saw it. I was like, what's happening? A lot of people was just tapping. Grrr. What's the problem with that?
like like the funny thing is a lot of people don't even understand the whole thesis. A lot of people don't even understand the whole um base of the whole tapped this thing. Is the fact that now a lot of times you need to uncover these things on like uncover the different layers of these stuffs. is the fact that there's what we call the open network. The open network is Ton. It is the blockchain that the popular Web2 app Telegram is running on. So Telegram, Ton is a blockchain for Telegram. So that's why you will see that most of these apps are on Telegram. So these apps, this tap tap or
Okay.
game or mini apps as the case may be, they are
Mm-hmm.
apps that are built on the
Okay.
Ton network. So they work on Telegram. And that is why most users have to do it through a Telegram app. So a lot of people don't even understand all of that. That there's a blockchain that works on the base layer of all of this. Now, Telegram has been having a war trying to get a chain for so long. There's the founder is a Russian. The guy had to run out of Russia because he was facing resistance from the Russian government. He didn't want to give out information. He didn't want to have to divulge data.
Okay.
So the whole Telegram as a company work as a studio company.
Mm,
It's a pseudo company. They don't have an headquarter. They tried having an headquarter in the United States, I think in California or thereabout. The CEO was telling us a story of how he got robbed. Like, and he was like, oh, you know what? I can't bring my company here. So, like, this guy understands crypto. Like, the reason why crypto came in was sounds ridiculous, but a little bit deviant to the government, to the financial system, how they messed
mm-hmm.
everybody up, how people lost their money in the 2008 financial crisis. So this guy understands the OTCs of crypto, the whole ethos of crypto. Now, he's not perfect, his chain is not perfect, but he has this massive adoption. There are millions of users for Telegram. So imagine if Telegram is able to onboard 20 million, 50 million. I think Notcoin had over 20 million users. The new ones are breaking records now. There are so 30 million users. There's a particular one, Amster Combat. Amster Combat has videos on YouTube that makes over
Wow.
30 million views. Like that's garnered over 30 million views. Imagine that reach. Imagine the amounts they're able to make from monetizing YouTube. Now, imagine if a little source of that income is funneled into the token. Now you're creating a new demography of users that would be empowered financially just for what? Just for
Mm-hmm.
tapping their phones, just for buying things on their phones and all of that. So these tap
Okay.
games are not perfect. They are not perfect. A lot of them have endless
Mm-hmm.
flaws. A lot of them are not logical. Like, why should you continuously be tapping your phone? Like, they make little sense, little logic. But at the same time, their foundations, their building blocks
Mm-hmm.
to what would now be to the apps that would now be accessible through Telegram, to financial freedom for some people, to some people having a financial system that does not need to depend on a corrupt bank, that does not need to depend on a banking system, that when the banking system fails, the federal government will come and bail them out.
Mm,
When they've lost people's money, when they've ruined people's life, when people's mortgage is in the dumpster. Like, this is a system that the Web3
mm-hmm.
ethos is trying to fight against. We are not rebelling against the government totally, but the financial system is broken. Look
Mm-hmm.
at Zimbabwe, look at the inflations they're having. Look at Nigeria, look at the inflations we are facing. Hyperinflation induced by the government, induced by the populace, because the populace also don't understand economics. We have to be very sincere. Some people don't want to hear this truth. But this hyperinflation is caused largely by Nigerians, the pepper seller, the tomato seller, and the government. We are both responsible for it. So when you understand the theory of demand and supply, which you cannot escape in
Mm-hmm.
crypto, because when you buy, like when you buy a coin that goes to zero, you would know that yes, demand and supply does not balance out. So once you understand this nitty gritty, it looks like you are gambling. Like a lot of people, those in the Web3 space, we call ourselves degenerates. But in all of this gambling, you begin to understand some basics of economics, demand and supply. Like, if our government can understand demand and supply, they would stop printing money. The United States will stop printing money, stop putting the whole world into debt. So if they understand the inelasticity
Yeah.
supply and all of that technical stuff, some of the mistakes we've made as a nation, some of the mistakes we've made as a conglomerate as a whole would be reduced or would be stopped. You can't just keep printing out money. Like, frankly, having endless supply, like the United States Reserve cannot just keep printing money for to solve all their problems. Print money,
To buy
buy
bonds
bonds,
again.
use the same money you print to buy bonds, sell the bonds out to citizens, like to buy bonds again, like a vicious, endless cycle of inflation. If you think the inflation is bad now,